Good morning, students. I am Riya Sinha, your SST teacher. Today, we are going to start our fourth chapter of geography, that is air. We all know that our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air, which is called atmosphere. All living beings, whether it is plant, animal, or human beings on this earth, depend on the atmosphere for their survival. It provides us the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. And without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during day or get frozen during night. So it is this mass of air, this blanket of air, that has made the temperature on the earth livable. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about composition of the atmosphere. So do you know that the air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases. Many different kinds of gases are there in the air which are present in our surrounding. Nitrogen and oxygen are two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Some other gases are also there, like carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen, but they all are in lesser quantities. Apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. See, a pie chart is given in which percentage of different constituents of air is shown. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, argon 0.93%, and all other gases are 0.04%. So according to this pie chart, we all are able to understand that nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. When we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants, they take nitrogen from the air and changes its form so that plants can use it. Second most plentiful gas in the atmosphere is oxygen. We all, animals and human beings, take oxygen from the air as we breathe. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis, and in this way oxygen content in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. Next is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by the humans or animals seems to be equal the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. If we cut trees or plants, then obviously they are not able to consume carbon dioxide, and in our surrounding, its quantity day by day, gradually its quantity will increase. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. They add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. And as a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. Day by day, our earth is becoming warmer. Now, why it is becoming warmer? Because of carbon dioxide. See, carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere creates a greenhouse effect by trapping the heat radiated from the earth. So, it is also called greenhouse gas. And without it, the earth would have been too cold to live in. However, when its level in the atmosphere increases due to factory smoke or car fumes or fuels, the heat retained increases the temperature of the earth, and this is called global warming, through which the temperature is rising gradually day by day. This rise in temperature causes the snow in the coldest part of the world to melt. As a result, the sea level rises, causing floods in the coastal areas, and there may be drastic changes in the climate of a place, leading to extinction of some plants and animals in the long run. So, till now we have discussed about composition of the atmosphere, in which we came to know that nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air, oxygen is the second most plentiful gas, carbon dioxide is another important gas which is also known as greenhouse gas, and some other gases are also there like helium, ozone, argon, etc. So mainly till now we discussed about our atmosphere. We came to know that a huge blanket of air which surrounded our earth is called atmosphere. All the living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. It provides us the air we breathe. It protects us from the harmful effects of the sun. Next, we have discussed about composition of the atmosphere, in which we used to learn that nitrogen and oxygen are two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere, and carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities. Okay, now we have discussed about greenhouse and global warming also. Carbon dioxide has special function that it released in the atmosphere and creates a greenhouse effect by trapping the heat radiated from the earth. So it is also known as greenhouse gas, and without it the earth would have been too cold, because it increases the temperature of the earth, it maintains the temperature of the earth, but if its quantity increases because of some human activities like factory smoke or car fumes like that, then the heat retained increases the temperature of the earth, and this is called global warming. This global warming have hazardous impact on our earth. Its rise in temperature causes the snow in coldest parts of the world to melt, and as a result the sea level rises, causing floods in the coastal areas, and there may be drastic change in the climatic condition of a place also, which leads to the extinction of some plants and animals in a long run. Now, I hope you all understood the cover topics well. In the next class, we will continue this chapter. So, thank you and have a nice day.